AskRe did by a manual waiter. What's the worst possible reply to "I'm pregnant"? When my wife became pregnant with our second child, she told our son, who was just under 3 at the time, that mommy had a baby growing in her belly. His response, "Oops." Was he an oops though? I'm curious now. You have the wrong number. Got a random call from a woman once who, while crying, told me she was pregnant. I awkwardly told her she had the wrong number. And she hung up. Plot twist, it wasn't a wrong number, they were calling to inform you were the father. I once told an acquaintance I was going to have a second child and she seriously asked, "Human?" Username checks out. On purpose? I accidentally almost said something similar to my coworker. Wanted to say, "Congrats," if it was on purpose. Somehow managed to stop after "congrats." Guess I'm below average when it comes to social interactions. Different scenario, but a coworker of mine a while ago was smoking on her break and a lady came up to her and said, "That's bad for the baby." My coworker replied, "It's alright, I'm not keeping it anyway." She wasn't pregnant. 2 separate times in my life I was 100% sure the woman I was talking to had gotten pregnant since the last time I had seen them. I was wrong both times. But I'm also not an idiot and didn't say anything either time, so they don't know that I thought that. Are you sure it's yours? You shouldn't make jokes like that. My mom left us before I was even born. How my coworker's boyfriend responded, "Oh. Makes sense, you're a bit more of a cunt than usual lately." As someone from Britain, this is either a sign of a true asshole or a wonderful friendship, and I'm hoping for the latter. My sister told my parents she was pregnant. She had been married for a couple of years at this point. My dad said, "What did you go and do that for?" My mom started to cry and said, "Why are you trying to make me seem so old?" Edit. Unfortunately, this was definitely not a joke on either of their parts. My mom definitely does have some narcissistic tendencies and my dad, well, IDK, what's going on there? My sister was 22 or 23, and my parents were 45/46. My mill sent my husband an email saying we should terminate. She wasn't ready to be a grandma. Totally get that feeling. You know, I just got a vasectomy. On a related note, I'm sterile. Someone asked me, "So you just decided to keep it and see if it works out?" Ha. A woman I know was asked, "So, do you know who the father is?" I thought you were just getting fat. Alternately, damn, so you're going to get even fatter? Sounds like a you problem. Sounds like a nice YUOE. Good luck with that one. Okay, hey, I'm gonna go grab some milk. Don't forget the cigarettes. Double it and give it to the next person. This is so overused, but I love it. You. LMAO, not gonna lie, I said this when I learned my friend was pregnant after she told me she didn't want kids anymore. She had one already. Do yourself a favor and flush it out, Frank Reynolds. Children, would you rather have been aborted? AWW, you finally got 2 brain cells. NGL, that's probably what I'd say to my best friend. Whoops. My wife is not gonna like this. Edit. Thank you for my first award, I'll cherish it always. Edit 2. Thanks for all the awards, you guys. I am currently bragging to my fiancé about how random internet strangers think I'm funny. Edit 3. A day later and I was gifted gold. Thanks. You massive legend. Your wife isn't going to like that you have a fiancé either. Hi pregnant, I'm dad. No, you aren't. Cool, I'm gonna go grab a pack of smokes. But you don't smoke? Door closes. Real thirsty for milk all of a sudden. Who this time? As an Applebee's cook, I once sat with the all-female waitstaff that were gossiping like Italian mob wives. Someone mentioned the new 21-year waitress with 3 kids and someone else asked lol was it with 3 different men. The women there were very harsh on each other. Not for long. Waves wand, fetus deletus. You're fired. No, that's great. You can get a big fat settlement for pregnancy discrimination. It happened to my wife but not quite the same words. The owner of the company basically said while you're out, you're going to have to pay for your replacement out of your paycheck. She turned around and left without saying a word, told her boss that she reports to that she is going home. Packs her personal items from her office, leaves her security badge on the desk and walks out. Talked to lawyer. He wrote a demand letter. They paid around $105,000 to keep the issue from going to trial. Worked out to around $85K after lawyer fees. Is it mine? When I asked my sister that, she didn't find it funny for some reason. I hope you terminate it because you'd be the worst mother. I wanted to downvote you because this is such a bad response. Good job. My husband's response was to secretly move out and pretend to keep living with our family so he could have an affair with his child-free mistress. I always thought that was pretty bad. Not ex-husband? Don't tell mom and dad. I have been in Afghanistan for the last 6 months. When my husband was deployed with the military for say, 5 months, he would randomly run into whatever room his friends were in and yell excitedly, "You guys. My wife just told me she's 2 months pregnant. I'm gonna be a dad," and run away excitedly and wait to see which one of them tried to explain it to him. To clarify, I was never unfaithful or pregnant. He just liked to break the monotony on the ship and mess with people. We did have friends that were doing IVF while the husband was deployed. We always joked she would be the only one at home coming 4 months pregnant with her husband's baby. Me too. Truth story. Met a friend at a wedding that I hadn't seen in a long time. I had a few drinks on me. He introduced me to his wife and told me she was pregnant and that they were very happy. I had recently seen Borat, so I asked, "Is it a boy or an abortion?" At the time I thought it was a very funny, great idea. It happened to be a girl and they hadn't seen Borat. It was a difficult situation. Edit. Realized through replies that it wasn't Borat, but the dictator. Thanks. Oh my god, what the fuck, are you still friends? Who's the mother? Edit. Thanks for the gold, you master JBT. Do you know who the father is? My now ex-husband accused me of not doing the test properly and insisted I do another one because I was bad at these things. Given that we were actively trying for the baby at his request, I was a bit baffled to say the least. I mean, when you think about it, is there a really wrong or right way to pee on a stick? At least your test didn't give you baby, pirate. My friend had a panic attack when his wife told him she was pregnant. Understandable. Hi pregnant, I'm sterile. Oh fuck, again? That poor child. Edit. One I heard from a neighbor was she's only having that child cause her husband wants one. Sorry for the serious second reply. Sucks to suck. Or rather, should have sucked. When? Oh, I just found out yesterday. No, when did I ask? Goddamn. Wow, I always knew you'd make a great single mom. No, you're just fat. Not even. I thought you were just getting fat, literally just stating it as a fact. I thought you were a man. From George Collin. Hi, this is Jane. Remember me? We met about 6 to 8 weeks ago and you said I was a good sport? Well, I'm pregnant and I'm about to jump off a bridge. Gee, Jane. You really are a good sport. My wife got pregnant and I called my mom to tell her the good news and she said, no shit. Oh. Well, don't get too excited. This is just a proof of concept. All this really means is that your sperm can meet our egg. I mean, let's say my wife ended up having a miscarriage. I can't imagine that I would then call my mom and say, Mom, thank you so much for preparing me for this possibility. I really appreciate it. Your urging me to manage my expectations prepared me so perfectly for this tragedy. Fuck that. Did your mom have a history of miscarriages? Your mother definitely could have phrased it much nicer. One of my grandparents would definitely give a similar response. With your cousin, right? It shows. I'm pregnant in a mocking tone. I wasn't pregnant, but when I was 35 my dad drank 3 scotches and informed me my eggs were dying. Silence.